Hi, my name is Reverend Sherry Johnson, and I'm the Senior Minister of One Heart Retreat Center. I am also one of the very first members of the Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation's First Circle. I'd like to welcome you to our new spiritual story time. Here we go. Today I am reading from Ernest the Man by Reginald Armour, who lived next door to Ernest and Hazel Holmes and was, among other important roles, the father of Dr. Marilyn Leo. I chose it because it gives an up-close and personal view of one of my favorite prophets. Because I knew Ernest intimately for 45 years, I met him when I was 12 years old and he was 27. I was aware of the deep sincerity of his search for answers to basic life questions. This search led him to study science, philosophy, and religion. As firsthand, he sought out the great minds in these various fields. His investigations took him to authorities on psychology, philosophy, religion, and many other related areas. I knew Ernest to be a very balanced person, for while he was seeking constantly to understand the hidden, unseen side of life, he was also an extroverted man who sensed that life was to be lived, enjoyed, and shared with others. From early childhood, he was convinced of the beingness of God, expressing as spirit and as universal law, as the presence and the power. These were instinctive realizations that prompted him to unceasingly seek verifying answers from every source. What is God? What is life? What is man and his place in the scheme of things? Such questions constantly stimulated his quest for growth. Ernest realized that neither he nor anyone else would ever have the final answers to these timeless inquiries. However, he realized that true wisdom and enlightenment are not concerned with knowing everything, but with evolving in continuous spiritual unfoldment. And he knew that throughout history, when others had asked the same questions about life, they had received insights into some satisfying answers. And his research has led him to ideas and conclusions identical to those reached by great souls throughout the ages. That there is an inside, unseen world of causation, from which stems the objective world. And that this inside and the outside are both aspects of the wholeness of God expressing. Ernest made no claims to have discovered personally any great truth, but through his thoughtful approach to the metaphysical studies, he added his own insights to the opinions of the great, the good, and the wise of all ages. Being very practical, he always submitted his insights, contemplations, and feelings to his reasoning, intellectual mind for verification. He knew that the evidence of his senses was not to be denied because it was the world of senses where we live physically. However, Ernest knew that while his intellectual inquiry was necessary, its purpose was to reach a point in awareness or consciousness beyond the intellect, one that would establish a firm faith in God, a God of good and of love. You can find the whole book at www.scienceofmindarchives.com. The Science of Mind Archives is truly here for you, as many of us are staying home during these times of global evolution and transformation. So go to www.scienceofmind.com. www.scienceofmindarchives.com today and discover your own personal source of spiritual wisdom. Thanks.